So today, day off, y'all know that the new Google devices were announced, and I have time to go out there and take a look at them at the Google store. So let's get into it.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
So we're in Manhattan. So here we have the Pixel Fold 2 or Pixel 9 Pro Fold. First impressions, it's really light. Lighter than I expected. There we go. You can clearly see where the Pixel 9 Pro would fit in this frame. And then they have the hinge connected to it. So it's almost like an attachment to the Pixel 9 Pro. When you look at it right from the front. Okay, when we open the device, that is a pretty nice screen. It's large. Again, to compare to the Z Fold 6, I think I do prefer the squared off edges of the Fold 6 compared to the round ones of the 9 Pro Fold. Again, not a bezel hog of any kind. I do like the way the camera is in the top corner. That's actually quite nice. But again, this screen is really nice. And the phone itself moves extremely nice. Can't get the... There we go. Slow swipe to show the taskbar. Alright. And then you could drag an app. Okay, let's try that with one hand. So they do make it very easy to run two apps simultaneously. Talking about the hinge, that is a very hard hinge. This thing I know can stay up at pretty much any angle, just from trying to open and close it with one hand. This hinge does not give much weight. It is kind of wide. I can see this device being useful, and I gotta say the hinge is part of that. It's a really good hinge, so I'm not too sold on the execution of the frame and the screen within the frame. This kind of bothers me a little bit. Looking at the back of the phone, we have our lenses there. And there you have it. Okay, here we have the Pixel 9 lineup, the XL, the 9 Pro, and the regular Pixel. You know what? The XL is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. This is a big phone. And I use the S24 Ultra as my daily driver, and even with that in hand right now, this Pixel 9 Pro XL is a hefty boy. Not hefty in weight, because again, it's lighter than you would think, but not as light as it probably could be, because it is a thick guy. This is the regular Pro, 6.3 inch screen as opposed to 6.8 on the XL. You would think that those few points make a difference in the screen size, but as you can see, they really do. Of course, this one is a lot easier to hold in the hand. I'm not exactly sure why you would get the XL unless you really like a big phone, or you really like that really large screen. But yes, to watch content on that is just, that much more immersive than this. But this isn't a bad size screen at all. You can actually get your fingers around that much easier without doing any kind of strange finger exercise. And here we have the regular Pixel 9. In all truth, this is probably the one I would get, because I have a Pixel 6a that I need to trade in. And I don't need all the superpowers that the pros have. I already have an S24 for that. But this is a really nice pink. These are the Pixel Buds Pro 2. I do want to trade in my old one. I don't think they have a trade-in for these. There's no wingtip, so that's interesting. But the colors do match the phones in their own way. So you get the buds, you get the phone. I'm sure the watch bands of the new watch can also, match as well. Okay, so here are the Pixel Buds 3 or 2, Pro 2. They have a listening station in here. What they do have a little wingtip. You can't adjust it, but it's built into the bud. Note there's no ear tips because you have to use this little station here to change your ear tips and clean it when you're done. Very sanitary. So let's put these things in and see what they sound like. So here are the buds. Taking a quick look at them before I put them in. They fit in pretty easily. There's no need to twist or fiddle with them too much. Of course, my right ear wants to act up as it always does. But yeah, they're in. They look pretty good. Nice and small. Inconspicuous, especially if you use the black color. Of course, we had to do the obligatory head shake to make sure these things were nice and tight, nice and secure in your ear. And they are. So they had a collection of songs pre-downloaded to the device. Of course, I found Michael Jackson. That kind of stood out to me. His songs always sound good in these things, and it's a good way to test what you are trying to listen to. They sounded okay, and they looked good while I did my little listening test. I wasn't particularly blown away by them. I tried different genres from different artists, K-pop, hip-hop, I think some Spanish music was there, and none of them really stood out to me. I also tried the Gemini with them to talk to it, but it wasn't set up as there was no internet connection. Okay, this is the Pixel Watch 3. 41 millimeter. So I think this is the same size as my original Pixel Watch. I don't have it on me to see, but I think they were able to use more of the body of the watch as a screen, because we all know that the original had like this invisible bezel. It looks like one piece. When you use a picture or something, you saw exactly where the bezel began and ended and the screen began. Now the watch of interest is the Pixel Watch 3 45 millimeter. You can clearly see the size difference. Do these come up and other stuff? Maybe not in through the camera, but the fact that I just looked at the regular size, this watch is huge in comparison. Okay, here you can see the two newest Google watches on the market, or Android, I should say. Watch 7 Ultra, Pixel Watch 3 45. And looking at them, you think that they're pretty much the same size, right? You might even think that the Pixel Watch 3 is bigger because of, again, that illusion that Google can play on your eyes, where the screen itself kind of blends right into the bezel of the watch. So not a bad day. We came, we saw, and now we have a much better idea of what these Google devices are, how they feel, how they look, and whether or not it might be worth us actually getting one or more of them. Particularly myself, I'm kind of disappointed with the Pro 9 Fold. Of course, I haven't used it for any kind of time, but just the physicality of it. As far as the other D devices go, the watch still catches my eye. I like what they've done. The buds, not impressed. Though I wasn't able to try the AI features. I think that might have, piqued my interest that much more. But as far as the sound, I wasn't moved. It didn't sound any better or any worse than some of my other earbuds. The Pixel 9 devices, non-fold, they're fine. So with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and finally getting some time with the new Pixel devices. This is what I'm into.